So you want to learn how to drive stick. You're gonna need a stick shift car. Keys to that car. Make sure you have a jacket, because you never know the weather. You might have to push your car if you can't learn. Welcome to your stick shift car. A few things I gotta teach about before we start. Steering wheel. This allows you to turn, honk at people if you're mad. Shifter right here. This is how you're gonna shift your gears. Right over here, we have your e-brake. This is how you stop the car without applying the brakes. Now we have your pedals. Can I see that, camera? Thank you. If you look over here, we have 3 pedals. Gas right here, brake right here. This little weird doohickey, that's the clutch. It's how you change your gears. Okay, first step, before anything, make sure you're in neutral. You know you're in neutral when the shifter's right in the middle and you could do this little wiggly thing, okay? You're gonna put your foot on the brake. Apply the brakes, just like normal. You're gonna put this e-brake down. You're gonna put your foot on the clutch all the way down. You're gonna slam that bitch. Key, put in the ignition, and you're gonna turn. Keeping both feet on the pedals. Make sure you're in neutral, keep your right foot on the brake, and you're gonna let go of that left foot. So one thing I forgot to mention is whether the car is in neutral or you have your clutch pressed in all the way, what happens is the engine of the car and the transmission separate. Once you put it into gear with your foot on the clutch, again, it's still separated until you start to let go of the clutch. And as you let go of the clutch, you're gonna connect the gears. So you're gonna keep your foot on the brake this entire time until I tell you to take it off. This is really different for a lot of people. Most of you aren't used to this. It's just super important because if you are on a hill, you'll roll whatever direction that is. Sometimes that's backwards into other cars, and that's not exactly the best thing in the world. Okay, keep your foot on the brake. You're gonna press that clutch in all the way. Also, make sure you're doing this in a parking lot. I highly recommend doing this in a parking lot and nowhere near any other cars. Foot on the brake, foot on the clutch, put it in first gear, follow the map. You're gonna keep your foot on the brake, let go of the clutch until you feel the car wanting to move, let go of the brake. You're gonna let go of the clutch slightly more, and then once you let go all the way, you're gonna give it some gas. Very, very slowly. Sloth status, sloth movements. Remember, when you let go of the clutch, you're connecting the engine back to the transmission. The engine, something moving, connected to the transmission, which is connected to your car, which is not moving. The engine's powerful and it's already moving. The car is heavy and it's not moving. Think of it like this. The car is like something heavy that you need to move, and the engine is you running. So what you could do is you could slow down and connect with the thing that you want to move, and then apply your force, which will probably move it. Or you could just run straight into this heavy object and hope for the best. And that's kind of what happens if you let go of the clutch too fast. If you let go of it slow, it's kind of like you touching what you need to move and then applying the force, as opposed to you just let go of the clutch, bring everything together, and you running full speed into that object, trying to move it right away. Doesn't really work out the same way. So as you're driving, you're in first gear now, you're rolling. To switch gears, you're gonna take your foot off the gas entirely, press the clutch in all the way, switch gears, and then slowly let go of the clutch. As you slowly let go of the clutch, the car's gonna basically take off on itself and you can apply the gas. Same process for every gear you switch into. You need to know where the gear is on the map. The map's usually right here on the shift knob. Most cars have either 4, 5, or 6 gears, depending on how old it is. Some race cars might have 7, but it's the same process as you go through the gears. This is a training module, so you're gonna be doing things a little bit differently when you start driving. This is more so to get you comfortable with shifting and to know how to shift. Personal recommendations for when you're starting, I'm gonna say shift every 10 miles an hour. So when you start off in that first gear, you're gonna go from 0 to 10 miles an hour, maybe a little bit more if you'd like. Once you do that and you're ready to shift at 10 miles an hour, you go to second gear. And then you're driving in second gear and you can go to third gear once you hit 30 miles an hour. Once you hit 40 miles an hour, go to fourth gear, and so on and so forth until you hit your final gear. Okay, so you need to stop. First things first, foot off the gas, just like in a regular car. Clutch in all the way, Whatever gear you're in, you're going to put it towards the middle in that neutral area. You can let go of the clutch at this point, and you apply your brakes just like you normally would until you come to a complete stop. Once that's set in, take off the same way I told you in the beginning of the video, and you're set. Be sure to subscribe and like this video if you learned anything today, guys. I post every Tuesday, so be sure and be ready to watch the videos as they come out. If you're learning how to drive stick and you have any problems, upload a video, comment on mine, let me know. I'll watch the video and I'll give you guys some pointers. You could also put in the comments if you have any questions, I'll answer those as well. Make sure to follow my social media, guys. I post every Tuesday. Vito Martucci. I'll see you guys next week.